May 1st, 1989. Very, very hard to think about for most of us. Some of us weren't even born yet. Some of us were born 20 years after this. Maybe you're 10 years old, 12 years old. Maybe you're a middle schooler and you're a sub of my channel. Maybe you're in middle school. Maybe you're, extreme cases, elementary school. I don't really think that my audience is really elementary, but we do have some young kids on my channel. So in all reality, really, I mean, you really could be born 20 plus years after this. I think these are kind of fun videos to make. It's kind of some things that we don't think about often because we're so engrossed on the future, the future, the future. How about we think about the past? Just to think about where we have come from, and also just in a sense, what was life like back then, in a visual sense, not just hearing it, but seeing it. Um, this is technically copyrighted, but again, I literally make like 2-3 bucks on like videos. So in all reality, like not even. I mean, to make 2 bucks, I probably have to have like 1,000 plus views. So in all reality, if I get sued for this for some unknown reason, uh, just email me. I'll give you the profits. Just give me your address. We'll talk. That's a joke, obviously, because I just don't see why this would be copyrighted. But this is a YouTube video on the internet. You can easily find it. It's a high school near me, in a bordering state in Michigan. Last day of school, right? May 31st. Back when school actually, like, my parents went to college in the late 80s, slash mid 80s, when they were 17, 18. My dad was born in 69, I think. So that he would be, what, 20 years old. So, I mean, god damn, dude. Like, this is just so cool for me. Like, I think this is where my nerd side comes in because in all reality, it's just really hard to think about this. I mean, like, just to think about, like, just some rough things. Like, there were no iPhones. There were no cell phones. The first cell phones were in the 90s and they were like really big and just like a pain in the ass, but they were cool. Like, they were cool for people who, like, just in general just wanted to have a cell phone. They were like, this is so cool. For us, it's like a joke. Like, wow, like those were cell phones when they first came out in the 90s. Obviously, there was no Xbox 360. There was no, Wii. There was no gaming consoles really that much. They were probably like, I mean, I don't know much about history, honestly. This is where, again, we don't really care about history that much. And if you do, I respect that. History is something that not a lot of us really want to sit down and learn. Again, we're worried about the present and we're worried about the future. And that's something that I think that we got to, focus on as individuals is we not only have to be, we're so engrossed in TikTok, we're so engrossed in Madden, we're so engrossed on, Tinder or finding a girlfriend, boyfriend. We got to worry sometimes about, what made history history. And I know this is just a YouTube video about 1989, how is this going to help us? But just right there about, me not being aware of, when something's happened in history, it kind of makes you realize, it's kind of nice to know what it was like back then. So as we can imagine, all of us in our teenage cars, we're rolling or playing that best, rap song, the best, we're pulling up our Apple Music, driving to school. Well, this guy can't do that, can he? Right? This guy's listening to, we can listen to what song he's listening to here.
The drive to school?
Yeah, we are truant from school.
So you can kind of see the video quality is pretty bad. And he's listening to a song. I don't know that song, but I have heard it on the radio. I have heard it on the radio. So that is definitely a late 80s flashback song that they play on the radio all the time. Wait for you. Whatever the song is. I don't even know what the song is. And then again, that's where history comes in. Maybe I should know that song. Maybe that's me being dumb, but don't worry. I mean, it's not as dumb as not knowing Journey. Don't Stop Believe It. But in all reality, like I said, it's just funny thing about how going to school, that that's them. Some of us, we have Spotify, we're blasting music, we're doing Apple, we can pull up any song we want. For them, it's radio or bust. And maybe that was the pop hit of the '80s, that song. And this is them, like for us, it's listening to, oh, she's sweet but a psycho, and that was our pop hit last summer. And for them, it was that, right? We then go in the hallways, which is really cool too. Um, I'll play a clip and then we'll talk. I mean, just to think about like no phones. Like this is really cool thing about it too, because without there being cell phones, there's no TikToks being made, there's no selfies, there's no, everyone's talking. Everyone's social. And if you're not social, you just walk from class to class. Like you can't go on your phone. You really can't even go on your laptop. I mean, laptops were, I don't even know when laptops were made. And, that's where me being stupid in history comes in. I don't even know when laptops were made. I mean, like, literally, I can't even tell you, like, just, like, it would be so cool to go back in time and just see what this was like, because I just know my experience through high school was, a lot of people on their phones, TikToks, bullshit. And it's just like, this just seems so cool to see everyone just so interactive and in the hallways. And you just don't see this as much anymore. And that's the culture of the internet and social media. People know people by social media. People know each other by Snapchat usernames. People know each other by their Instagram posts and their TikToks, rather than who they are sometimes as people interacting in person.
I'm just taping my life. This is life and damn, I'll chill.
How about hairstyles? I mean, look at this guy on the left hand side of your screen holding books in a short sleeve shirt. That guy looks so old. He's probably only like 18 years old, but like the way his hair is, and it's so long and flappy on the sides. Like we don't have, guys doing perms. We don't have, those new Jordans. We don't have all these cool Nike shoes. We don't have, the style was just so different. And it's just like you see someone not like nowadays, like a normal, quote normal, hairstyle for guys, or a normal hairstyle, but it just changed so vastly. And it just amazes me at how what now, 32 years. I mean, to be fair, that is a lot of, a long time ago, but just 32 years could be almost half of someone's life, and how different things are. And it's just funny because I'll say this 30 years from now for me. I mean, 30 years from now, I'll be 50 years old. I'll be looking back at my college days laughing at the PS5. I'll be laughing at the way we did things. I'll be laughing at our hairstyles. There probably will be, computer cars that drive themselves 20, 30 years from now. So I'll be laughing at people, driving to school when you can just sit back and have it drive for you. And you could be doing your homework in the car, right, on your way to school. It's just amazing to think about these things. Well, Matt, who cares? You're right. Really, who does care? You can literally not care or care. I care because it's just cool. It's just a nerd. It's just cool thinking about these things, because I think that it's just really, that's what life's about, is thinking about history, thinking about now, and then thinking about the future. And if you're able to see the connections, if you're able to really, appreciate these kind of things and be aware of them, I feel like that's having good spatial sense. And it's not really something that I really have. And that's why I'm making this video is, it's cool to do this. And we then go inside of a classroom.
Alex, brother? What are you doing in my camera? Homo.
What are you, crazy?
My ball. Well, I was gonna kick it, but I changed my mind.
I think Mike just broke your camera. He looked into it.
He bounced it off my head. Can I go to the bathroom? Bounced it off my ear, too. Yeah, can me and Bees go to the bathroom again, Mr. Moore?
That's enough of that.
Uh-oh. Oh, he gets cocky.
So, how about chalkboards? Chalkboards and, how about no smart boards? How about no, advanced projectors? How about, no Googling your answers? How about really like no internet cheating? How about like just so much in math has changed too. TI-84s, those were new in the 90s, I think, if not late 80s. But if you like, for all you math nerds out there, if you don't know about the graphing calculators, they have changed so much over the years. And with them, you can do so much with them. And without a graphing calculator, you can't do much. You literally have to do things either by hand or in more advanced computations. And it's just funny because right there, I equals V over Z. I want to say this is a chemistry class. This is some pretty advanced math. It's either going to be advanced math or it's going to be a chemistry course, and they're doing gas laws. But I'm seeing some shapes and stuff, so it should be mathematical. But I mean, this is just really cool to think about. I'm trying to find where the old teacher was. Fudge. Where's that one old teacher that you walked in? Fudge. Come on. Where's the teacher? I mean, classrooms are way different as well. I think that like just in general, like, I mean, to be honest, classrooms are kind of the same, honestly. But I mean, I just think overall, like the way people dress, like it's just so weird to see this. I mean, 32 years, dude. Where is the professor, dude? Or not professor? Where's that like teacher that looked like a professor? Honestly, um, if I don't find it here, we're gonna end the video, dude. I mean, what the heck?
Sorry. No, you guys, if everybody's gonna turn in their go book.
No!
Huh? Yeah. Gotta go.
Hi, Alex.
What's that one?
All right, right there. So that's not the guy I wanted. It was a different teacher, but he had a beard and glasses. I mean, it looked like the textbook tenured professor. Look at the guy in front of you. The guy in front of you, again, long hair. He looks like he's 30, but he's 18. And it's just like, he's 18. He looks a lot older than a lot of us today. And it's for a high school kid. The teacher in front of you, he looks about 40 years old. He's a senior citizen, probably 72 years old right now. Who knows? He could be in a wheelchair. I mean, it is just so weird to think about these things. And it's just like, I wonder how AP classes were back then. I wonder how college credit plus programs were back then. It's just to think about these things are just something that I think, you know, just once in a while, you know, I could sit here and write a book about it. And it's just like, it's just really, it really amazes me at how different just so many things were. Um, you know, just new foods, new drinks that maybe, you know, never came out, new flavors that, who knows if Cherry Coke came out by then. I'm not even sure when Cherry Coke came out, but, you know, it's just something like that too. And it's just like, I don't know, dude. I mean, it's just so weird to think about. But the biggest thing is the no cell phones. Just thinking about school without cell phones is just, for me, I would enjoy it a little bit more. I would enjoy it more because I just feel like people on their phones too much and they're not interacting with people in front of them as much. People literally just, like, back then, like, there just wasn't social media. You know, no YouTube, no Facebook, and it's just like you literally just live life. And whatever you did was all in your memory. Maybe there were some photographs taken for scrapbook, but people valued interactions more than they do today. And that's the moral of this video is I think people need to realize, you know, have fun, you know, go on your phone and stuff, but, you know, but also realize what's in front of you, because this only happens once. It's a 4-year program. It's high school. You don't get it back. And, you know, my high school is already over, and I videotaped my high school, and we're gonna go to it right now and show you guys Shawn'sville High School. 19 forever is on how to. And you can already see, like, just right here, the girl to the right on her phone. You see, you know, the two ladies behind her, they're on their laptops. The girl in the orange hoodie, she's on her phone. We then go to another classroom, right there. We were doing like a game, so they're not on their phone. Right here is perfect. Okay, so right here, I mean, I'm not really seeing everyone on their phones, but you can see right here like a nice lounge. You can see a nice, you know, cafe. You know, just so many more advanced things. Obviously in the 20th century, but let me go. Let me do this real quick.
Hey, I'm Ralph Kim. I'm at this.
Okay, so this is Ralph Kim and me. We were good buds in high school. But where's the one photo that showed everything? Fudge. So, just right here against 1989. Holy shit! This is actually like huge. Wow. It just looks way different. I mean, it's 32 years, but what do you expect? But like, damn. Ooh. Crazy. So like right there, bottom right, you can see their phones are out. I mean, they are interacting though. It's not like they're all just sitting at the table on their phones. But I mean, trust me, bro. It's just phone, not phone. It's just it's like there's just way too many differences. Like literally, just take away phones and life would be completely different. In school. Okay, for example, let's do this right here. So see the pink girl, the pink hoodie, like it's like, so see Ralph Kim with the blue folder, the table with the blue folder, that's Ralph Kim and me, right? And that's my folder when I was doing homework, right? Look at the table to the right. It's a girl by herself on her phone, the pink girl. You know, nothing wrong with that. But what if this was 1989 and there's no phones? What would she do? Would she be up talking to people? Would she feel more compelled to talk to people? Would she be just sitting there? Would she be reading a book? You know, I mean, it's just, there were no phones back then. So like, what would you do in study hall 32 years ago? Would she be making a paper airplane and throwing paper at kids? Would she, back then without phones, you were more compelled to interact with others. And it's a social experiment. It's just, what would she have done if I take that same exact human brain and go back to 1989? What would she do, etc. So give me your thoughts. Let me know what you would have done back then in 1989. I know for me, I would have had a blast. I would have literally, like, for me, I just felt like, I'll play games all day. I'll play Madden all day. I'll play Clash Royale all day. But for me, take away phones, it'd be a blast, dude. I mean, literally, I just feel people would interact more. It's just who I am. I'm being a teacher. Of course, I'm even interacting with students all the time. Fun, educational ways. Give me your thoughts on 1989. Peace.